That's all, Mrs. Hood. Your witness, counselor.
You may examine the witness, Miss Stepmother.
Oh, I can examine this one? Thanks so much. Mrs. Hood, let me ask you this.
Yes?
How did the defendant get you to remove your glasses? Did he just ask you? None of that is in the statement you gave the authorities. Your statement jumps from, the wolf came in too, he ate me too, then I was joined by my granddaughter in the wolf's stomach. That's all we get. Now what really happened?
Well, actually, I didn't exactly.
Well, I see you're not wearing your glasses today, Mrs. Hood. You happen to own contact lenses?
Yes, that's correct.
And is it true you were wearing contact lenses the day Mr. Wolf entered your cottage?
Yes, it's true.
So you were able to see just fine then, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
That is very interesting, Mrs. Hood. I think I'm just about done, but I have one more question.
Yes?
What sort of carpet is on your floor, Mrs. Hood?
In what room?
In your bedroom, of course.
Wolfskin.
Ooh, wolfskin? Who made that carpet with you, Mrs. Hood?
My late husband and myself.
I see no further questions, Your Honor.
That was great. Where did it come from?
Hey, Wolf, I said I didn't want to work too hard on this case. Still doesn't mean I'm not the best there is. Plus, maybe I'm starting to like you all of a sudden.
Well, that was a stunning turn of events. This case may prove more of a battle for Miss Fairy Godmother than she had planned.
Oh, shut up!
The witness is excused. Would you care to call another witness, Miss Godmother?
Yes, I'd like to call Mr. Bill Woodcutter.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Hans Christian Andersen?
I do indeedy.
Mr. Woodcutter, what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a woodcutter. I cut wood. I also compete in lumberjack paintings. I just won best in final. And
Yes. So in other words, you are required to carry an axe for your job?
yes, I certainly do.
And you are licensed to use that axe, is that correct?
I am.
In fact, is it not part of the woodcutter's code that you must always respond to innocent people in need?
It is part of the code, and I uphold that part of the code.
So in other words, when you encounter an emergency in the woods, you are obligated to respond quickly and courageously.
Yes, I am.
And so you did, sir. You are a true hero, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Your witness, Miss Stepmother.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Woodcutter, let's talk about this woodcutter's code now, shall we?
Okay.
How do you know when there's an emergency in the woods that you need to respond to?
Well, it depends. But usually, if I see something that looks wrong, I respond to it.
I see. But then, you see it then, don't you? Would you care to tell me what prompted you to go into Mrs. Hood's cottage that day? There seems to be nothing in the report about why you entered the house. Did you hear a scream?
Well, no, not exactly.
Did you see the defendant enter the house and become suspicious?
No, I haven't. Okay, I was snooping around the house.
Snooping? Whatever for?
I was looking for a pie to steal off the windowsill.
Ah. And why would you ever do that? I thought you were a hero.
Well, cutting wood don't pay so good. That's why I do pageants. But you only make big money if you win first prize. I haven't done that yet. I was hungry.
And then while you're trying to steal something you saw in the window, what exactly?
I saw that wolf right there lying in the old lady's bed in her clothes, licking his chops.
Well, all right then. How do you know? I mean, absolutely know for sure that the wolf had eaten your friend and that you were just justified in cutting him open then, eh? Because that's what you did. You cut my client open with an axe, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
How did you know, Mr. Wolf? I mean, Mr. Woodcutter. Couldn't Mr. Wolf have been a friend of Mrs. Hood's, one who occasionally likes to wear her nightgown and sleep in her bed? How did you know that he had eaten your friends, and that the 2 other women weren't simply in the other room.
Well, he's a wolf.
So then you just gotta cut him open the neck because he's a wolf?
Yep.
No other reasons?
Nope.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Another stirring cross-examination from stepmother. This is interesting.
Shut up!
Why don't we go to commercial?
Where am I on a most famous? Why are you that now?
I am sure it's a little more interesting. Great, very You guys are great. Ask more about it.
Miss Godmother, do you have another witness to call?
Yes. I'd like to call the 3 little pigs. Objection! You can't call 3 witnesses at once.
Your Honor, it is essential to my case that the witnesses be called at one time.
It is.
No,
That's
but
what I thought.
they insist on testifying together.
Why is that?
Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
Well, this is unorthodox, but I suppose so. Counselors, why don't you join us? What is it?
Well, you see, my siblings are not really competent to testify without me.
What do you mean?
They're immature. No, you can say it. They're stupid. They're too stupid.
Oh, well, I see no problem. Miss Stepmother?
I think it's fine with it.
Very well. 3 little pigs, please take a stand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, Hans Christian Andersen.
Who? What? Yes. Good enough. Now would you each please give the court your names? Huh? Tell the nice lady your name. Oh, my name is One. One. Are you sure it isn't? Don't worry about it. My name is Twelve. My name is 3. Very well. Now, One. What? Can you tell me what happened between you and your house? Huh? Oh, my house. Yeah. I built a house, then it fell over. Now I live in another house. How did your house fall down? A fox blew it down. A fox? Are you sure it wasn't a wolf? Calm down, calm down. Was that the creature that blew down your house? Yeah, that was the fox. Don't you mean wolf? Yeah. I was lying in bed watching Walker Texas Ranger when I heard this commotion outside. There was a fight against a friend and the station of danger. When I saw who it was, I nearly died. And the track started shaking. I got lost a moment, but we know just what to do. It shook that hard since I gave up the romance. My little fat poker life was through. Then he hugged and he hugged and he hugged and he hugged and he convinced to blow the house down. When the shack started falling and I started calling, there was nothing left but straw all around. There was nothing left but straw all around. Okay, anyway, so did that creature also blow down your house?
No, I live with 1 and 3 in a nice house. And we have a fireplace and a kitchen and a...
No, your first house. Did he blow down your first house?
Oh, my first house. Well, why didn't you ask me that? Yeah, it was that guy.
I was sitting on the couch watching the action video when thunders were making a blow. It came cutting through the house like a big mean cleaver and made me shiver and throw. Then the whole big house started shaking and swaying, twisting
court. Gladly, my dear lady. You see, my siblings and I have always lived together until last year when we decided to move away from our parents and our childhood home and build our own homes. Not too far from each other, but far enough to grant ourselves a reasonable amount of independence.
I see. Well, one day that blasted, bloated, maniacal wolf
Came around and blew down both of my siblings' homes. They came to live with me out of fear he might attempt to eat them. We were all so frightened for such a time. We barely ate. We barely slept. And our personal hygiene went to the dogs. Look at this hair on my chinny chin chin! I'm chinned in weeks!
You poor dear, you poor dear.
Yes, it was abominable.
Ladies and gentlemen, these poor pigs were so frightened, they couldn't even shave.
He told us he would huff and puff and blow our houses down if we didn't let him in. And he called us little pigs.
Doesn't everyone?
Well, yeah, but he said it in a really mean, nasty sort of way that made me think he was trying to mean me. It hurt my feelings immensely.
Your Honor, this is, well, I have no further questions. I'm too outraged with the defense's behavior.
Very well, Miss Godmother. Have a seat. Miss Stepmother, your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Own it. Tell me something.
I once tried to tickle my own feet.
What?
I told you something.
What? No. I want you to tell me what your first house was made of.
My first house.
Remember the one you told us about before?
Oh, yeah, straw.
I see. And you two, O?
And me?
I'm not kosher.
What? Oh, no. I don't want you just to tell me something. I want you to tell me what your first house was made of.
That has nothing to do with me not being kosher.
No, it doesn't.
That's okay?
Yes. What was your first house made of?
Sticks.
Sticks. I see. And 3. What is the house you constructed, which you all 3 reside in? What is that made of?
Brick.
Ah, and it hasn't blown over by a wolf or means of anything else?
Nope.
And it is up to all the building codes, I assume?
Of course. What do you take me for?
Now 3. What about your siblings' former homes? Are straw and sticks materials approved by the zoning board?
No, they're not.
So, oh, just one more thing. Did my client ever say he was going to eat any of you?
No. Nope. No.
So how did you know that's what he wanted to do? How did you know he didn't want to just make sure that your house was safe and secure?
Well, because,
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
The little pigs, I mean the witnesses, are excused. Miss Godmother, do you have any further witnesses?
Yes, I do. I call Mr. Old Shepherd. I think I should use so many old people.
I really don't know. Hopefully he gets here in time for this century. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Hans Christian Andersen?
I suppose. Very well. Mr. Shepherd, what do you do for a living?
I'm a shepherd. I herd sheep.
Yes, of course. Now, could you tell us who that boy is?
That's my boy. He watches my sheep sometimes.
I see. And what did he tell you one day?
There were actually 3 days.
Why don't you just tell us what happened on the 3rd day?
Well, you see, on the 3rd day, the boy cried out that there was a wolf in the field and that he stole some of my sheep, ate them, and threatened him up in the tree.
I see.
And no one came to check it out because, you see, 2 days before.
That's really enough. Thank you, Mr. Shepherd. Your witness, counselor?
I'll be brief. Mr. Shepherd, why don't you tell us just what happened on the first 2 days you mentioned?
Well, on the 1st day, the boy cried out that there was a wolf in the field. and everyone in the village came to check it out, and there was no wolf. Then he did the same thing the second day, so on the third day, nobody down came to check it out.
So your boy isn't very reliable, is he?
Well, I just,
And no one but the boy saw my client threaten him and eat the sheep?
well, no.
And if in fact my client did threaten your boy and steal the sheep, the only way we would know is by hearing what this boy has to say, isn't it?
I suppose so.
No further questions, Your Honor.
I see. That gives me one more question. Why are you still talking to him?
You're excused.
Does the counsel for the plaintiffs have any for the witnesses to call?
No.
Miss Stepmother?
Oh, yes, actually. The defense has a surprise hostile witness then. The defense called the boy who cried wolf.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be good.
Come along, young man. But I don't wanna. I'm afraid you have to, son. Fine then. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Hans Christian Andersen? I guess so.
Tell me something, young man. Did you ever on any day see a wolf in the field?
Yeah, of course I did. The third day, just like the old guy said. It was early one night, I was sitting by a tree, playing my flute intended to fly. So dang dark, I could hardly see, but I saw that wolf right there. What a crock! He was sneaking through the brush, hiding in the foliage, growling, howling, making a fuss. He looked my way, I couldn't stay. I ran and ran like a madman. I cried wolf,
He cried wolf,
I cried wolf.
he cried wolf,
One time, two times, three times, 5 times.
he cried wolf.
When I came back, 7 sheep were gone, and I spied that wolf just licking his chops. Filled his gut from dusk till dawn,